Hello and welcome back to the Women's Football Chat. Today we're going to be doing our WSL predictions for game week 15 of the 23-24 WSL season, and what a campaign it's been so far. We've got the best title race in years with Chelsea, Manchester City and Arsenal separated by just 3 points. So what turns will the title race take this weekend? Well, that's for us to predict and you guys to find out over this weekend. So let's start on the Saturday with Manchester City versus Everton. City up to second now, closed the gap to Chelsea last time out. Very good stuff. They are a very good side. They're playing against an Everton team who are very much in that mid-table just set of teams who aren't really going to get relegated, or probably won't get relegated because Bristol City are there, but aren't going to get into Europe anytime soon. So they're just plodding along nicely. They face a tough challenge here as they head away to Manchester City. Again, a very, very good side at 12 o'clock on Saturday. So Harry, how do you see this one going?
Yeah, City should have this one under control and realistically should be playing on the Saturday. It's the advantage. They get to put the pressure onto Arsenal, put the pressure onto Chelsea and hand it over and say, match me. And I think they are going to do that in style with a 4-0 victory. I'll go for a Khadisha Shaw double and a goal from Hemp and a goal from Jess Park.
Fair enough. I don't think City have won many games comprehensively this season. I think this will be another one where they scrape a victory against a side that they really should be beating by a few. I'm going to go Manchester City 2, Everton 0. I think it'll be but when I say the scoreline won't be comprehensive, I think the performance will be, though. They'll very much not really give Everton a sniff. It'll be a well-measured, well-contained performance. A Khadija Shaw goal after 30 minutes. And then in about the 75th, I'll say a goal from Yui Hasegawa. And then City just close out sharp shops and take home the 3 points.
Fair enough.
Up next, on to the Sunday morning then, and it's a 12:30 kickoff we will be live for. Arsenal versus Tottenham. Join us live on this channel. We'll be covering the game from 12:15. Very excited for it, and it should be a very good game. Let's talk about the teams though. Arsenal, they are, as I say, in that title fight now. They've had a lot of cup problems recently. They got knocked out of the FA Cup by Manchester City. They are through to the semi-final of the League Cup, but their full focus will be on the league here because they play a Tottenham side who did upset them back in the first half of the season. They just come fresh off a win against Chelsea. If you think you'd have thought confidence would be high for Arsenal, maybe perhaps a little bit too high because Tottenham came in that game and they beat them 2-0 in a very, very good performance. And that's really formed what I think has defined Arsenal's season, because Arsenal should really be top of the league. They've beaten Man City, they've beaten Chelsea. They should be top of the league right now, but because of their games, they lost to Tottenham and I think a draw United. And was it a draw with Villa, or did they win that game in the end? No, it was a loss to Liverpool. Because of those games, they find themselves down in third. They can't afford to make those same mistakes here. They're 3 points off the top if they were to lose, and the others gained up to 6 points away. I think their title was over. So they've got to keep going, Arsenal. A tough test here in Tottenham, though, who are quite a good side. How do you see it panning out?
Yeah, no, I think that was a big surprise to everyone when Tottenham managed to get a win here against their rivals in the reverse fixture. But I think Arsenal at home, and they look much more focused, much more kind of concentrated as a team than they did, earlier this season. And I think they'll have no problems here with a huge 2-0 victory that will keep their momentum going and again keep that pressure on the leaders of City and Chelsea. I will go for a Russo goal in the first half. Yeah. And then in the second half, I'll go for a Kim Little penalty.
Yeah, you say 2-0. I'm going to match that difference between the scores. I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal. I think Alessia Russo played really, really well for England. And anyone that joined us on those streams, thank you. You'd have seen how much we were raving about Russo because she was doing really well, holding that ball up with her back to goal and getting other players in the game. So I think she got involved in all the goals for Arsenal here. I think it's going to be a brace for Alessia Russo, and then she'll set up the third. But that'll come after Tottenham have got one back through Grace Clinton, who was also very good on England international duty. And then Russo will set up Emily Fox, making a really great run from right back. 1-2 with Alessia Russo, and then finds that third goal, which seals the deal towards the end of the game at the Emirates. Should be a good one, though. Join us live from 12:15. Should be a really nice game. Up next, the first of the 2 o'clock kickoffs, 2 o'clock kickoffs, it's Aston Villa versus Liverpool. Aston Villa have fallen very short of the expectations set for them this campaign, and this represents a chance to try and get that back on track because they are closing in now on the likes of Manchester United, Tottenham and Liverpool. So if they could beat Liverpool here, they could close up that gap even more. And that's what they'll be hoping to do, to get back towards the fight. We don't think they're going to get anywhere near Europe now, but if they could at least get closer, that would be good. They could then look at a successful campaign. And personally, for Carla Ward, that could get her a better job. So Aston Villa will be hoping to just keep going and get a run of wins going. As for Liverpool, well, they've been very up and down the season, but they've been very good recently. They've been getting some good results, and if they can keep that up, then maybe they could end up finishing 4th this season, which would be a huge performance from them. Huge season for them. So what do you think will happen in this game, Harry?
Yeah, I think this will be another frustrating one for Villa. I think they'll take the lead, and I think they'll go 2 goals up before half time, and they'll be going through Daly for the first one, and then a goal from Jordan Nobbs for the second one. It would look like Villa in a good position, going to get a win across the line, but second half it will be another frustrating game where they don't get the victory across the line, and I think Liverpool will level it up to make it 2-2 as a final result, and those goals will come through Sophie Haug and Sherry Holland.
Fair enough. I'm going to go for a slightly more modest. I'll go 1-0 win for Liverpool, and I think it will be a goal from Hobinger. Did quite well when Austria faced England, and well, given that Austria's squad didn't really do a lot, she didn't look bad, to be fair. I think Aston Villa have been in good form recently, but Liverpool been even better, so I think Liverpool will just edge this one. Up next, it is a huge relegation clash. It's make or break time for the relegation fight as 12th place Bristol City face 11th place Brighton. Brighton have fallen short of pre-season expectations, similarly to Aston Villa, but for a different reason. Brighton splashed a lot of cash and brought in a lot of big players. Some huge players with European pedigree, with big club pedigree. You've got and players that feature the World Cup heavily. So they've really fallen short of expectations. A lot of people thought they'd climb the league. They're still stuck in 11th. They've sat Melissa Phillips now though, and they'll be hoping they can push away with a win here. This is a 6-pointer really, because if they can beat Bristol City, they could move 3 points clear, and of course Bristol City won't claim anything from this weekend. So yeah, I think this will relegate Bristol City if they lose here. So can Bristol City keep their season alive?
Yeah, I think it's been a really hard fought game, and probably, and as you say, biggest game of the season for these two sides. And I think the honours will be even. Bristol City 1, Brighton 1. And I think Brighton will take the lead through Elizabeth Turland.
No, that shocked me.
Crazy.
It's a real bold
and
prediction.
I think it'll be for a large portion of the game, I'm talking 70, 80 minutes, I think we'll be sitting there going, Bristol City have lost this. They are now relegated. But in the dying end of the game, I'll go for an Amelie Thestrup equaliser to keep Bristol City's survival hopes just about alive.
That is a beautiful note. I'm going to kill that note though. I'm going to say 2-0 Brighton. It'll be a goal from Elizabeth Turland, because who else? And then I'll say Katie Robinson, because I thought she played quite well on under-21 duty. I think she'll take that form into her domestic football. I feel Bristol City, they just don't have the resources to compete in the WSL at the moment. And well, hopefully they can perform well in the Championship next season. But I think they're going to lose this weekend, and then you'd have to say their season's all but over, because they'd be very far off anyone else in the league. Yeah. Up next is the 3 o'clock kickoff. It's West Ham versus Manchester United. West Ham have put a good run of form together recently. They've played quite well. I have to take a moment to remember back to that Arsenal game, because I've had so long since then. But yeah, they did well in that. I can't remember who they played the weekend after that. But I feel like it was a positive result for them. And yeah, then they had an international break. Now they're back, and they've got a Man United side who haven't been perfect this season, with skin under a bit of pressure. Could West Ham take advantage of that, or will United get a routine win?
Yeah, 100%. United have been crap. I mean, at times, look at the Arsenal game. Dear oh dear. Diabolical defending in that one. Completely threw the game away in a game they competed in at times. And I think West Ham can cause them a few problems here. I will go for another 1-1 draw of this game week, and I think it will be a similar story of West Ham take the lead through Asayi, and we all think United are upset, but United will get a point from Rachel Williams off the bench towards the end of the game. We'll get something for United fans to go home with, but again, a disappointing result for Mark Skinner.
Fair enough. I'm going to go for a big upset. I'm going to go West Ham 3, Manchester United 2. Wow. And I think Skinner's going to lose his row. I think he's going to shout at the fourth official and the rest are going to come over and send him off. Off you go, Skinner. That's my prediction every week, is it's going to get sent off for something. And then I will say the goals on the pitch, because that's where it really matters. I think United's goals, I think I'll go 2-0 up, actually. I'll go Nikita Paris and Hinata Miyazawa, if she actually plays for once. And then I'll say the 3 goals from West Ham coming from Vivian Asayi. I'll say Uweki. And then I'll go, because she scored a really good goal against Arsenal, I want to see it happen again, Hawa Sissoko. I think she'll be another screamer. And United, yeah, that's what causes Mark Skinner. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's a controversial one. Maybe it's a bit of a tight offside, header in rather than a screamer. Because she's set piece, free kick. Yeah. She meets at the back post. Skinner's like, that's offside, that's offside. He throws his flat cap that he's wearing on the floor. He's bloody kicking water bottles. Ref, off you go, mate. And then he marched down the tunnel.
Love it.
Fuming.
Love it.
And a big win for West Ham. And Ray and Skinner then just like mugging him off.
Yeah.
Going, oh, look at you mug. Final game of the day. Leicester City versus Chelsea. Leicester City have been inconsistent, to say the very least, this season. I don't think they've really mustered much weight for them, but they are, again, they're in that weird bracket of sides that aren't really going to go down, aren't really going to go up at the moment in terms of position. I think they've changed between like 7th and 8th about 8 times this season. They lose one week, they go down, and they win and go up again. So they're very up and down, very much yo-yo between those sort of positions, that 7, 8, 9 bracket. They play Chelsea here, who have been fairly formidable this campaign. I mean, obviously against the top sides, they've had a bit of problems, but against these smaller sides, the sides that are a little lower in the league, they've not really had too many issues. They've had no issues so far. They've beaten all of them. So Leicester, I don't think they'll look upon that too favourably. Perhaps they'll back themselves to pull off an upset. As for Chelsea, you would expect business as usual, but you never know in the WSL. We've had a lot of shock results this season. What do you think's happening here?
Yeah, Chelsea need that international break, you feel. Just have a bit of reset after the City loss.
Yeah.
Altogether, I think Chelsea will come out firing and come out swinging. And to prove a point.
At the same time?
Yeah.
That's very messy.
Shoot and punch and all of it.
I was going to say.
I will go 4-0 Chelsea. I will go a Lauren James opener. And then, because she needs this so desperately, a Guro Wrighton hat-trick.
Oh, yeah.
She needs a goal. Guro needs a goal. Going to get 3 of them in one game. And we are all going to be in love with Guro again.
Oh, well, who says we're not already? I'm going to go for... I'm going to see your 4-0 prediction. I'm going to raise you to a 5-0 prediction.
Go on,
I am going to say a Maya Ramirez brace to get us started. And I think they're both going to be well-taken goals. Then a Jess Carter. And I think she's going to copy the Millie Bright technique from earlier in the season where she just kicked it in against Aston Villa. Then it will be a Guro Wrighton goal. And Lauren James goal, and a 5-0 win for Chelsea. That's my prediction.
I see your 5 under 8 at sitting.
We just do this for an hour. Keep going up. So you're 19, and I raised you at 20.
For Leicester at 27-0 down.
But yeah, that is everything for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed the prediction show. We will be live on Sunday for Arsenal Tottenham, so do join us there. If you want to keep watching our content, though, there's going to be a video covering House Face right now. We're speaking all things record-breaking transfers and sustainability, so really fun topics. It is a good video, trust me, even if it doesn't sound like one. So click the video covering House Face now. That's everything from us today, though. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.